Should be good.
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to say Call Halal,
Yahweh,
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also were well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. All right, just a few brothers from the GMS SF Bay Area camp, coming together in the spirit. All right, to do what we were created to do, man, which is to be servants unto the Lord. And in these times, the Lord commanded us to watch and pray and also to prophesy. All right, and we are living in a time of prophecy. All right, these prophecies is no longer terror. All right, they're coming faster and faster, man. They tell you that in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. All right, that for the elect's sake, the Lord was going to speed up the times, man. All right, and now we're in that time where we're seeing everything being sped up. Okay, now you got this devil Esau Edom talking about different variants and different strands. This is all part of this devil's deception. Okay. This is all part of his plan, all right, to try to have total control, over the minds of these people, man, all right? And we all know that this, jab is going to lead to the Quran, man.
It's a prelude.
Right? Yep, exactly. So
you see, it's got the same functions as what it's doing. Mm-hmm. It's pretty much, because this devil, he wants you to bow down to him. Mm-hmm. So it's whatever he says, you got to do it. So that goes into the MOB, which here at GMS we teach that it's the that device that's going to be the end all be all to buying and selling that they're going to implement into you. But then everything else, because the scripture says those who receive that MOB or worship the image are going to receive that damnation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and what you're seeing right now, especially with all these variants, this fear mongering, and the serpent's juice, you're seeing who's with the program. The elites are drawing the line and pushing their new world order, so to speak. And they're seeing who's with the program and who's not. This is all the precursor to them fully implementing the MOTB.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and Esau, he's going to keep putting that pressure on you people until he gets you people to completely fold and give up all your rights, man. All right, that's why they hitting you back to back with these different strands, all right? But we got an article, this devil, did you get the one with the Doomsday variant?
Yeah.
All right, this devil, he's talking about, if people don't get the, the Vanessa, all right, then the Doomsday variant, could spring up. And they're saying that the Doomsday variant, if you want to read a little bit of it, this one is going to be, worse than any of the variants that's out now.
Yep. This is from Deseret.com, and it says the Delta. This is the title. The Delta variant is only the beginning of quote unquote doomsday variants, experts say. It says a number of scientists recently spoke with Newsweek about the potential of a doomsday CV19 variant that would be worse than the Delta and Lambda variants.
If I could say this too, he's saying doomsday, all this fear mongering. Yep. When you look outside the window, none of these people are being affected like that.
Nope.
Only people who believe in this are affected by this.
Yep. It says experts told Newsweek that the Delta variant won't be the only CV variant that makes its way through the U.S. In fact, more mutations will come soon. It says, this is a quote, "I wouldn't be incredibly surprised if something else came along that's even more transmissible," Eric Vale, director of molecular pathology at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, told Newsweek. It says the next big variant may come from one single person. If one person suffers from a mutation that is more highly transmissible, they will pass it on to someone else and then will spread like wildfire as these mutations have done already.
And how do they know that? It's because all these people who are, working in these facilities, they're all juiced in. They all went to college and they got a degree, just like the Freemasons. So they're pretty much, letting you know. And this is how this devil speaks. He speaks with a forked tongue. He'll say a little bit of truths here and there, but then he'll cover it with lies.
Yeah. And also this devil, he does that predictive programming. It's pretty much a form of witchcraft to have you people out there in the world, oblivious, to the things that's actually going on. You'll say, oh, that's just a movie. Oh, that's just a TV show. The government wouldn't be planning on trying to kill us. All right. Well, really, that's exactly what they're doing. All right. That's why. Could you get
Yep.
2 Corinthians?
Yep. This is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Yep, and that's talking about those that have the eye salve, those that understand the mysteries of the scriptures. All right, Satan is not going to get advantage of the hopeful elect. All right, but Satan is going to get an advantage to the rest of you people that are dwelling in gross darkness. All right, you're dwelling in gross darkness because you don't have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai. You don't know the Lord's movie in the times that we're in right now that's being played out in real time. All right, we understand that Esau was set up to be the sword, all right, to take peace from the earth, man. All right, and we understand that this devil is set up, these different, variants, man.
Yep.
All right.
This is ultimately, the Hebrew Israelites' punishment, for going off against the Lord's orders.
Yep, that's why the Lord set us up here. All right, but now the Lord is going to deliver a remnant, out of this chaos, man.
Those that sigh and cry for all the abominations done down here.
Yep. 2/3 of our people, they're going to conform to the image of the beast, man.
Yep.
Why? Because they love being here. Okay, they're comfortable with being a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. They love black culture, man. All right, that's why they're going to end up, falling victim to this place when this place be destroyed by the Lord.
Yeah. Hey, and that's why the scripture says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us. But see, Satan can't get an advantage of us. Lord's will, we're up that number, but the elect, they can see this crystal clear. They're following Yahweh Shai whithersoever he goes. So when we see things like this, like this article, we know, hey, Esau's planning something. The wicked, the devil that the Bible speaks of, he's planning more shit. He's planning more false flags, more events to fully implement his full control. And I got a quick precept. This is Sirach 12 and 10. See, and part of not being able to get advantage of us is because we understand who our enemy is, And this same enemy, if you look at his track record, he had, nothing but wickedness done to our people, But this is Sirach 12 and 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him." And this is what this devil's doing. He's crouching. He's literally, who's he targeting? Oh, let's get the most affected, population. And who is that? Of course, it's Jake. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Crouching, giving you a jab, giving you a serpent's juice, But what really is in it? And like my man said, from the UK, if you take that, whatever happens to you, you deserve it, because, hey, there's plenty of information that's been going out, from our apostles and elders on down, plus that this man's so-called scientist, that they've been blackballed, or what do they call it? Basically silenced on the web. Plenty of evidence to show that this, whatever's in this serpent juice, it is deadly.
Well, I saw a post that I forgot where it was at, but they were saying that a lot of the people who aren't gonna bow down to this, how you call it, Jasmine. You said that little code word. They got people who are PhDs.
Yep.
So because you see on the census on the internet that people like we're anti Karens or whatever. We're anti this. We're dumb. We do our research in the bathroom or whatever. But we're actually searching this up.
Yep.
And we know pretty much the stuff that's in there is adversarial to our bodies.
Exactly.
And then also it's against the laws to do this. And I'm not gonna say certain words. But pretty much this devil's pretty much, he's got it out for the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans.
Yep. Hey, and as plain as can be, I followed. Brother sent this to me. He follows the creator of the mRNA technology, which is Robert W. Malone. And this is an actual doctor. But this guy has come out time and time again telling us, telling everybody that, hey, don't take those mRNA vaccines. jabs. Then we're probably gonna get.
Well, they're still trying to get it approved by the FDA, man.
Yep.
We're showing you, it's under emergency authorization use. It's a new, pretty much their experiment on you, man. This is something that's never been used before. So of course we're not going to trust, the government to put something foreign inside of us, man.
Well, we're definitely not going to trust the spokesperson was Mr. Bill, computer guy.
Yeah.
He was on Epstein's Island.
Yep.
And this is on the news. Like, don't say like Fox is fake news, because he said this on CNN. That he says, I regret going there several times. But people still listen to this guy.
Yep.
Just goes to show you that everyone is in one accord, with this beast system.
Yep.
They're on board with it, man.
Yep.
And it don't matter what scandal that these devils are doing, because ultimately they're going against the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because this whole thing that's going on is really, it's us against them. Jacob and Esau.
Yep. I'll finish this. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Mm-hmm. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
And our people is not taking good heed of this devil, man.
Yep.
That's why you got niggas from the Tuskegee experiment, and co-signing, for the jab, man. Mm-hmm. We're showing you they probably most likely got paid off by E, to co-sign for it. But look at E's track record, man. Going back even to the tribe of Gad, so-called Native Americans, how he came over here with the chicken pox or the blankets, all right, the smallpox.
Yep.
Yeah, the smallpox.
This devil hasn't changed.
No. All right. That's why, could you read that again, Baba?
Yep. It says, and yet take, I'll just start from 11 again. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
So you're supposed to take good heed and beware of him. That's wisdom right there.
Yep.
Which 2/3 of our people lack wisdom. All right. They lack wisdom of the scriptures. All right. And that's why the scriptures say, since thou hateth knowledge, that thou
be rejected.
Yeah. So you got that.
Yeah, and it says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass,
mm-hmm.
and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Yep. So it's gonna come a point in time where this devil's gonna show you, all right, which the effects is already out there.
Yep.
It's just that they're just gonna keep lying to you. So how many people have dropped dead from the jab?
Yeah.
How many people have been sick, magnets on them?
Well, they cover it up. Well, like on the news, like if you type in, there's I forget the name of the lady you said, this Jasmine regret. If you type in, Jasmine regret, code words, you're gonna get the news that they show you, the news that Google shows you. But if you go on like actual an extensive search on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever it is, and you put those words together, you're gonna get a whole different story because people are actually regretting this.
Yep.
And that goes into that grievous sort.
Well, a lot of people that got the first, Vanessa, all right. Vanessa. A lot of people that got the first Vanessa, they're not going back for any of the other follow-ups, because as soon as they got that first one, it was like a lot of people say they don't feel the same,
Yeah.
Some of these people, they gotta see it to believe it.
Yep. Yep.
So hey man, ultimately, that's going to be fully fulfilled when you see this devil's true horns. All right, when he calls that what is it, the martial?
The martial law?
Yeah, the police state, when they lock everything down and start targeting you Jakes, all right, then you're going to realize that this man is the devil, man.
Yep.
And they were speaking about that on the news today, that all people in the military have to bow down to the image of Baal.
Yep.
So to speak.
So, hey, we're seeing the lines being drawn, but this is verse 12. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. So we're supposed to remember these things.
Yep.
And we're supposed to remember our heritage. We're supposed to remember the past, seeing what this devil did. All the atrocities that this man has done, Hey, and he's being exposed at a all-time level, so there's no excuse, It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So, when these things start to happen and people start just dropping dead or whatever, which we're already seeing, hey, we can't pity you. You've already been told.
Like that one guy said, they get it. Fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it says, who shall pity a charmer that's bitten by a snake? If you got a dude where his chosen occupation, this is what he wants to do, is to, mess around with venomous snakes, understanding, the harm that comes with that. If the dude get bit, then, hey, man.
How you going to pity him?
How you going to pity him?
Yep.
It wasn't no freak accident. It was just bound to happen.
Exactly.
Yep.
Same thing with this devil, man. He's likened into a serpent.
Yep.
Okay? And he wants to put his venom in you.
Yep.
and the men of the Lord, we're going to laugh at their calamities.
Yep. The last one, it says, so one that goeth to a sinner, and who is the man of sin? The man of sin is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the same one pushing this serpent juice. And it says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? And this is part of his sins, trying to forego what the Lord has set up, which is the immune system, trying to make a cutting in your flesh, which is against the law, and then, not to say what is in that actual juice, putting that in your body and trusting in the so-called white man, which is the man of sin, rather than trusting in the power of the universe, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Which shows you that a bunch of our people are hypocrites, because they'll tell you that they Christians or Catholic, Jehovah wickedness.
They don't really believe.
No.
Yep.
All right. Because there's scriptures in there that tell you when you get sick, you're supposed to, they give you the protocol pretty much. You're supposed to pray and fast, man.
Yep.
And then it also goes into the herbs, which our people just threw everything out the book away, and then they're going to this devil and taking counsel of him. That's why I tell you that in Isaiah, I believe it's the 30th chapter. It says, woe unto you that cover with a covering, but not of my counsel. All right, they're taking counsel from from a man in a suit, man. From Bill Gates, man. That's who they take counsel from. The devil, all right? And he's going to tell you everything that you want to hear so he can fucking put his fangs in you and destroy you, man. Because when was this devil ever for the betterment of the nation of Israel, for you so-called blacks, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians, man?
Well, this devil, he's going doing space trips, and it ain't just one, Elon Musk, it's Bezos now. And then they're going basically space shuttle back and forth. All this resources is pretty much going all the way to Esau.
And this devil could stop world hunger. Okay,
He can stop invading countries.
But he's
causing shitstorms.
Yeah, but the damn devil is. But what is he doing? He's buying up farmland. He's paying off these farmers so they don't grow certain crops.
Banks are buying houses while they're being foreclosed.
Yep. So this man is the devil.
To show you that this devil's intent, man.
Yep.
He's that serpent, the deceiver, man. Here it is. He's telling you he's for your benefit, but really he's for your destruction. This devil, he's even throwing his own people under the bus to be destroyed.
Yeah, this is the kind of devil that we're up against. That he'd kill his own grandma just to get a chance at getting Jake.
And he still ain't satisfied. After he kills his grandma, after he killed me, he just wants more and more and more.
Jake he's the perfect devil.
Yep.
Well, also holding Isaiah 60.
Oh, you can read that out.
So, Isaiah 60, I'm going to start at the top. It says, arise, shine, for thy light has come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Yep, that's why the scriptures say, I have sent forth, the Lord sent forth us, the apostles, last. All right? The fact that you have, the men of the Lord starting off with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, all right, then you got camps all over the world. That's the Lord, putting the light back in the earth. All right? The light represents this truth. Okay?
Yeah. It says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Yep, gross darkness the people. All right? Because the majority of our people, they believe in, the ideologies of this wicked world.
Yeah.
Well, like a quick thing in the hip-hop industry, this rapper, DaBaby, he's pretty much, he's not cool with the Alphabet Group. Then he got canceled, and now Megan Thee Stallion was going that pretty much all of hip-hop needs to bow down to the Alphabet Group. It just goes to show you that this whole world, there ain't nothing good. It's just complete darkness. Everywhere you turn.
Yeah, our people are so far removed, to the way of righteousness. Our people are degenerates, man. That's why the scriptures say, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed at the potter's clay. Because Esau literally made everything that was good bad, and he turned everything that was bad and made it good.
Yep.
And that's why the society is being destroyed and plagued like it is.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, that's why the Lord is coming down to send these plagues.
Yep. And gross darkness to people, because these people don't know the ways that leadeth unto life, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody is sick, everybody's poor, everybody's catching hell.
Mm-hmm. Well, like when I watch other videos of GMS camps, Dallas or New York, you'll see Jake in a state of confusion just because they see that we're preaching the word, but then they start asking like low level questions like, oh, are we allowed to give presents to each other? Things like that, just because they're just so out of it, they don't know any from left to right.
Yeah, we've been beaten down so much.
Yeah.
As a people, man. That's why, the scriptures say, the whole head is sick pretty much. But the Lord is going to send, Malachi, the 4th chapter, where it says the Lord is going to come with healing in his wings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and we need to be healed, man. All right? That's why it's not of ourselves to come up and go against this devil.
Yeah, well, we need Yahweh Shai. We can't do this on our own. Pick up the mantle and be a high priest, self-proclaimed.
Yep, that's why we need the Lord. Well, Bob Bashar, could you get Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter? All right, the Lord commanded us, that we have to suffer these things. The Lord commanded us that we should have long suffering and patience. Because the Lord is moving. Okay, the Lord's prophecy has to play out before the Lord, could take this devil out of power, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're sent to just watch and pray the prophecies.
You want me to just finish this real quick? It says, "But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
Yep, and right now the glory of the Lord is being seen upon his servants, those that have his truth, man. All right, and it's going to be even more so evident when the Lord allows that spiritual power to take root within the earth. All right, it tells you that our people is going to be willing in the day of thy power. And then even more so when these prophecies come to pass, Jacob's trouble. All right, the scriptures tell you, Ezekiel 33:33, then shalt thou know that a prophet has been among you, man. All right, but it's going to be too late for the majority of our people. Why? Because they're not taking heed now. Now is the time to seek out the Lord.
Yep. Jacob's done with that?
Mm-hmm.
This is Zephaniah 3:8. It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the prey."
Yep, so we have to wait upon the Lord. And a lot of our people don't want to wait on the Lord. All right? A lot of our people, they rather just live it up here. They say, hey, just live it up, and then whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
There's a saying, there's an Edomite, he made a poem, and it was titled, "It's better to rule in hell rather to serve in heaven."
Yep.
And that's the mentality of pretty much everyone in this world, because they're just gross darkness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we were watching a lesson on the way up here, me and the brother, and we were watching Elder Yashawamba, and he was going into that. Basically, everybody has that Edomite spirit, that do as thou wilt, want it now, that instant gratification, because that's the spirit of Esau.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of our people have heard this word, but the fact that they're not moved with fear, it shows you that they accept this place and that they're comfortable with it, man.
Yep.
A lot of our people know that we're the Israelites. It makes perfect sense when you hear the truth.
Yep.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
But not all of our people is going to have that same faith, though. That same, like how Noah moved with fear. Our people don't fear the Lord. All right? So the Lord is going to have to bring that fear when he institute his judgment, man.
Yep.
You finish that piece?
I'll finish off. It says, Zephaniah 3:8, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai."
So we got to wait on the Lord, man.
Yep, and when you go into that, we got to suffer. Hey, that's part of our punishment. Hey, we broke the covenant, so now what? We're in hell.
It's the straight gate. There's only one way to go through it.
Yep. Hey, you gotta wait.
Loopholes.
Yeah, you gotta catch hell. There ain't no other way around.
Well, it's either you catch hell now or you gonna catch the ultimate hell later on.
Yep. And if you're Jake, you're catching hell regardless. You're just blinded.
Yep.
It says, "Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation."
Yep, and the Lord is gathering the nations via World War III, which that's popping off as we speak.
Yep.
I believe Iran was just attacked by Israel.
Well,
Or they was planning.
Israel was blaming Iran for an attacked tanker, you know,
Okay.
and Israel said they were gonna respond, and Iran clapped back and said, hey, if you respond, we're coming back harder,
Yep.
you know.
So that's the Lord, you know, gathering the nations in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, the Middle East.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, you know, the fruit, you know, of the Lord doing that is the destruction of Babylon. Okay. The cause and effect of the Lord gathering these nations is so that Babylon could be destroyed, America, man, with those thermonuclear missiles.
All the wickedness.
Yep. The second death.
Yep.
All right. So that's going to be the end all be all, man. All right. But leading up to that is going to be a roller coaster ride.
So I'm gonna read this in 2 Thessalonians 2, verse 10. It says, "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved."
Yep.
You know, so that's people's, you know, MO. You know, they disregard this. They slap the hand of the Lord when He's trying to help them.
Yep.
You know, like the ox knows his owner and asks his master's crib. But the Israelites, so-called Latinos, Native Americans, they don't know. And if they do, you know, they ain't trying to hear. So verse 11 says, "And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe in a lie."
Yep.
You know, so they're pretty much, this is the 2/3 being sealed. You know, there's going to be a cutoff point for the word. There's going to be a famine. You know, Jacob's trouble, we're all going to go through it, but really Jacob's trouble is for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel.
Yep. Yeah, that's the spirit. We were talking about that earlier, you know. And the Lord is having us go through this and doing this work so we can be preserved. You know, and we're going to have some trouble, but not like the 2/3, you know.
Yeah, because there's going to come a point in time where our trial period is going to be up. Well, it's not going to be up until you get into the chariot, but the Lord is actually going to send blessings, though. You know, yeah, you're going to go through a trial. You might have to be in a FEMA camp, but then the Lord will break you out. Then the Lord also promised that, the Lord's servant was going to eat, all right, and be fed, man, and also have drink, okay? So that's not going to be said for the 2/3, man. All right, the scriptures tell you that they're going to dwell in torments, man.
And to finish this off, verse 12, it says, "That they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness." And when the Lord comes, when Yahweh Shai comes, He wants to find faith on the earth. And He's going to find, the unrighteous. You know, so that's pretty much what's going to happen.
Yep.
We're going to see all these people, to take the MOB, take whatever else this devil's got in his toolbox, with a smile on their face. And they're pretty much going to be damned until Yahweh Shai returns.
Yep. That the MOB, that's the end all be all right there. We know the carotid, the microchip. That's the line drawn in the sand, man. You know.
Yep. I got a quick precept. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14, and it says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands."
Yep. So woe unto the world, okay, for the destruction it draweth nigh, man. All right. So we're in that time where the destruction. All right. We're not in the time of peace. We're not in the time, of turning up. We're not in the time of any of that. We're in a time of war, man. Spiritual war, first and foremost. All right, this devil's about to come down, man. This devil's waging war against our people, man. And upon the men of the Lord, all right? All right, World War III's popping off. So, hey, this is heavy times, man. All right, that's why we have to be prayed up to Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And we have to put forth, our effort in serving the Lord now while we still can. Because there's going to come a point in time where we're not going to be teaching, man.
Yep.
All right, it's going to be too hectic, man. All right, bullets is going to be flying, explosions. Esau is going to be showing his military might. All right, in the downtown areas of these major cities in America.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, if I can too, hey, there's going to be real pestilence.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord is going to send real pestilence. Hey, and if it's by way of the serpent juice, hey, so be it.
Yep.
The scripture says thousands are going to fall at our left side, then 10,000s at our right side. Hey, like the brother's saying, it's going to get, all hell's going to break loose, So you're going to really need this word in you.
Exactly. We have to cherish the words, the things that are written, man. We have to have more of appreciation towards the words that's written in the scriptures, And when we say this, we speak about ourselves first and foremost, we're being edified as we are, edifying, to the listeners.
Yep.
So, we have to have a more appreciation, of the words. We have to cherish these words because, hey, in that time it says the Israelite man is going to be more precious than fine gold, man.
Yep.
And what's going to make you more precious? Because you're going to have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures within you.
Yep. Well, hey, you're going to be stable. Like Isaiah 33:6. Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time.
And strength is salvation.
Yep. So all these people who are bugging out, they don't know what's going on. Here it is. They've been trusting the so-called white man, but that same so-called white man's killing them. Why? Why is this happening? We just had one more booster. Everything was going back to normal.
Huh?
Hey, no, everything is going according to how the Lord wants it to go. But see, when everything's all hectic, all hell's breaking loose, that's stability. The men of the Lord and the true believers are going to have that stability because they know exactly what time it is.
Yep. That strength is salvation, which is the wisdom and knowledge. And the scriptures tell you that if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So those people that have been playing around with this truth, that haven't been taking it seriously, all right, that got 1 foot in the truth, 1 foot in the world. They watching videos, but they still got dreadlocks.
Yeah.
They watching videos, but they're not actually picking up on, the wisdom.
Yep.
It's going to be too late for you, man.
Yep.
You're going to faint in that day, man.
Yeah, you're not in tune with prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. You got a lot of our people, they just do it as a fad. You're a Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, now what?
Yep.
Hey, get into the prophecy. Get into the scriptures.
Yep.
You
got to get all the way into it, man. There's a lot of, jewels out there,
Yep.
How they say, dropping jewels, dropping knowledge, gems. All right, there's a lot more to this wisdom, than just the nigga woman getting cussed out.
Yeah. And what does it say? Wisdom is more precious than rubies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're in that time.
Yeah.
We're reading the scriptures. You got.
I got a quick one. This is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time."
And these mandates is the beginning of that great wrath, man. They're talking about we have to penalize these people. All right, these people are causing people to be put to death. Those that are not down with the Vanessa, they're demonizing people that are actually standing up for their God-given rights, man. All right, so that's totalitarian right there, and especially when you realize that this devil fabricated this whole entire situation that's going on.
Yeah.
All right, so we're seeing this devil's wrath, but there's a lot more to show, man. There's a lot more to come. All right, this devil's gonna be putting people to death. All right, this devil's gonna be throwing people, in a slammer, man. All right, this devil's gonna be doing a lot, man. All right, but he ain't gonna be successful. That's one thing he ain't gonna do, and he's not gonna, get the elect. All right, those that put their trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, so Esau, you can do your worst. All right, we see these things coming, but what is the attitude of the hopeful elect? All right, could you get the scripture? I don't want to quote it. Let me bring it out. All right. Here it is right here. This is Luke chapter 21 and 18. "And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." All right, so those in the know, we understand, hey, the kingdom of heaven is right around the corner, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do your worst, all right, because we understand that Yahweh Shema Shai ain't going to have us in this lower state forever, man. As for 2/3 of our people that's in gross darkness, all they can see is Babylon. They can't see beyond this place. But us, we have the hope of the kingdom of heaven, man.
Yeah.
We can see the kingdom of heaven. We can see the evidence. We see the chariots, But above all, we have faith in the words that's written.
Yep.
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and 4. It says, Salah. That's not it. Hold on. Salah. Blinded by the God of this world. Does Jake know that one?
Mm-hmm.
2 Corinthians 4 and 4.
Yep, 2 Corinthians. Which I think.
Yeah. Salah, yeah. 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach Yahushai, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
And
You know?
Yeah,
No, go
I was gonna say, who's the gods of this world?
Yep.
The word God simply means powers.
Yep.
You know, the dominion of this world and the power was given unto Esau Edom for a short time.
Yep.
So the gods of this world blinded, you know, those that didn't receive the love of His truth. You know, it says if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So at this time, if you ain't trying to get down with this word and trying to repent to Yahweh Shema Shai and change your ways, hey man, it's too late.
We moving on.
Yep.
The only advice we got is, start at the door in the straight gate before time runs out.
Yep.
Because I got this to end it off. This is 1 Timothy 4 verse 15. It says, meditate upon these things. So if you're not in this thing, you're not meditating on this. You're straight up.
Yep.
You got to start at the straight gate like the rest of us.
Yep.
We know that there's gonna be people coming in at the last hour.
Yep.
But all those people, they're gonna come in order.
Yep.
All these other people in the world, they're pretty much just fit for destruction because they're not meditating upon these things. They're not building upon the talents that the Yahweh Shai bestowed upon us, which is to push out this word.
Yep. And let's just we can say confidently that the elect will be meditating on these things, and we hope to be of the elect. You know.
And continuing on, it says, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. And that's why we go out there in the highways and hedges. We're fishing for men, but we know there's going to come a time where that's not going to happen. And we know that it's the will of the Lord for that to happen. So this is that time where pretty much it's hot. Get it while it's hot.
Yep.
And verse 16.
Hey, but this thing is closing. It's coming to a close. The doors of mercy are closing, and you can see that. Hey, things the amount of censorship, is increasing. And they're talking about putting out more programs to come upon what do they call it, misinfo, and so-called hate speech. That's already in the works. So this word isn't going to be out there for too much longer.
Well, if I may add too, there was an article that said that they was going to fine people $11,000 for anti-lockdown content on the internet.
You see?
And there's news articles too that says they're reading your DMs.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was another article too that said they was going to scan everybody's phone, for like sex trafficking.
Yep.
But that's just an excuse, so they can go through your whole phone.
Yep.
So if you're not meditating upon this word, then you're gonna be out there. Esau gonna get you.
Yeah.
All right, verse 16.
The traps and snares of the devil, man.
Yep. So verse 16 says, "Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine." And if you don't got this doctrine, you're not practicing in this. During Jacob's trouble, you're gonna get out there and you're gonna eat a Rice Krispie treat. No, we know full well that thing's abominable.
Yep.
People in the world, they don't know that. They could be the most Christian person. They got all the precepts even tattooed or whatever. But they're gonna lose those simple things that this doctrine is built upon. Which is like just for like an example, like a Rice Krispie treat. Jacob's gonna go out there, survive most of Jacob's trouble, and then bam, get caught like a rat in a trap.
Defile themselves.
Exactly.
And this is going for all of 2/3, because we go by the doctrine. Whatever is written in this book, we take no offense.
Yep.
Like all the laws, statutes, and commandments, we know we can't complete them to the best of our ability, but we're supposed to follow them to the best of our ability.
Yep.
All right, so it says, "And unto the doctrine continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that fear thee." And them that hear thee.
Yep. Yep. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we're bringing it out, in hopes that we're saved and whoever listens might be saved. Because the scripture says we got to warn the people. If not, we're going to have blood on our hands, and we're not trying to have that blood. We're trying to have ours and our household saved, so we got to push this word. But nonetheless, like the brother's saying, you got to meditate in this. You got to store up these riches, these spiritual riches.
That word meditation goes into deep thought.
Yeah.
So you have to really think deeply upon the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Yeah, that's all I wanted to add, though.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Lord's willing that the body, those that are the hopeful elect are edified. We want to say Kahala Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Bahasham,
Bahasham,
Rachakodash.
Rachakodash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders who teach and who steward well. Peace and citation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and above all.
Shalom and Abba.